Many airplanes throughout history have mysteriously disappeared, and even after many years, not even the slightest trace has been found. It is known that since 1948, 83 aircraft have vanished under mysterious circumstances. We still have no information about where they are or what happened to them. Let's take a closer look at some of the most interesting ones together. Frederick Valentich took off from Moorabbin Airport in Melbourne, Australia in a rented plane heading to King Island. That day, he had told his colleagues at the flight training company that he planned to buy lobsters and return. It was going to be a 235-kilometer flight, a short one. According to his plan, he was supposed to return at 1928. However, he had to fly over the sea and in the evening hours, but things didn't go as planned. At 1906, Valentich contacted Melbourne Flight Service via radio and had a conversation.
This is Delta Sierra Juliet. Is there any known traffic below 5,000 feet?
No known traffic.
Seems to be a large aircraft below 5,000 feet.
What type of aircraft is it?
I cannot confirm. It's four bright, seems to me like landing lights. The aircraft has just passed over me at least 1,000 feet above. Is there any Air Force aircraft in the vicinity?
No known aircraft in the vicinity.
Seems to be playing some sort of game. He's flying over me. Delta Sierra Juliet, it's not an aircraft, it's...
Can you describe the aircraft?
As it's flying past, it's a long shape. Cannot identify it, it has such speed. It's before me right now, Melbourne.
How large would the object be?
Seems like it's stationary. What it's doing right now is orbiting. The thing is just orbiting on top of me. It's also got a green light and a sort of metallic, like, it's shiny on the outside. It's just vanished. That strange aircraft's hovering on top of me again. It's hovering and it's not an aircraft.
After the connection was lost, no news was ever received from either Valentich or his plane. Additionally, at the time of the incident, some people in the area reported seeing a green glowing object in the sky. The countries that had just come out of World War II were still continuing armed operations and military transfers due to the threat of new conflicts. As part of these efforts, on March 10, 1956, 4 US B-47 Stratojet military planes took off from Florida, heading to Morocco. One of them was carrying 2 nuclear bombs. The aircraft successfully completed its first mid-air refueling, while descending to 4,300 meters among the clouds for its second refueling. Contact with the aircraft was lost over the Mediterranean. Despite extensive search efforts, no wreckage or bodies were ever found. The plane, along with its 2 nuclear bombs, mysteriously vanished above the Mediterranean. Amelia Earhart, America's first female pilot, was attempting her most ambitious flight. In 1928, she had become the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. After completing a coast-to-coast flight across the United States in January 1935, she became the first person to fly solo from Hawaii to California, a distance longer than Canada to Ireland. On July 2, 1937, she and her co-pilot, Fred Noonan, took off in a twin-engine aircraft from California to circumnavigate the globe. Amelia's biggest dream was to become the first woman to fly completely around the world. When they had completed 2/3 of their journey, they were supposed to make a mandatory fuel stop at Howland Island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Suddenly, communication was lost. In her last recorded words, Amelia said, "Find me if you can." After that, no trace of her was found for a long time. 80 years later, on Nikumaroro Island near Howland, remains of a woman's skeleton matching Amelia's measurements and some airplane parts were discovered. Most likely, Amelia had been stranded on the island and later died from hunger and dehydration. On December 5, 1945, 5 Avenger planes belonging to the US military took off from Fort Lauderdale base. The 19th Squadron's pilots and co-pilots were experienced and specially trained for crisis situations. As always, all tests and checks had been completed before the flight. The planes were in perfect condition. They had more than enough fuel for a 2-hour mission. Their radios could reach up to 10 different channels. In short, all necessary precautions were taken to ensure their return. But at 15:45, a call came from one of the planes. "Control tower, this is an emergency. We are in trouble. We are lost. We don't know where we are." The tower responded, "Turn west." But the squadron's compasses had failed and they didn't know where west was. At 16:25, the voice of the squadron leader was heard again. "This area doesn't look right. We should be 225 degrees north of the base. This looks like..." And then the connection was lost. 3 minutes after that final distress call, Flight 19 completely vanished. A rescue plane with 13 crew members was sent to the same location. But soon, it also lost contact and disappeared. In just 24 hours, 6 aircraft and 24 crew members mysteriously vanished. After all these events, the area was named the Bermuda Triangle. In 2014, a passenger plane belonging to Malaysia Airlines disappeared from radar shortly after taking off while flying through Vietnamese airspace. 10 days after the Malaysian plane disappeared, leaving behind many questions, a massive search and rescue operation involving 26 countries was launched. It became the most comprehensive and most highly funded search mission in world history. The operation included air, land, sea, and even satellite-based space searches using the most advanced technology. Despite all this, no progress was made for days. Debris detected floating on the ocean by satellites could not be located by search aircraft for years. Later, some parts of the plane began to wash up on the shores of Africa. However, the main body of the plane and its passengers are still missing. After 4 years with no results, the search was officially ended. When we dig a little deeper into what might have happened, we find some shocking theories. One of the most striking is this. When examining the identities of the passengers, connections to the CIA and to one of the richest families in the world, the Rothschilds, were revealed. Russian hacker groups started investigating this mysterious incident. Their findings were shocking. The hackers discovered 5 mysterious passengers on board. 4 of them were partners in a Rothschild-owned company with an annual turnover of $4 billion. But you haven't heard the most suspicious part yet. According to the contract signed between them, if one of the partners died, their shares would be equally distributed among the others. Now, with these 4 key individuals dead, all the shares went to the Rothschild family. Coincidence? The 5th passenger was found to have ties with the CIA. This man was a Chinese computer expert wanted by the CIA and working for the Chinese military. His crime was copying all of NASA's secret space data and giving it to the Chinese army. So maybe to eliminate these 5 people, the plane was made to disappear along with all its passengers. That brings us to the end of another video. Don't forget to like the video and follow me. I'm SIMURG. See you in the next video.